So, welcome everybody to the Sit Chat. It's really great to have Gautam with us. Somebody totally different. Chef, I've never had any interaction or chat with anybody who is into hospitality in that sense. So, let me first share my screen to give you a brief about what Sit Chat is all about. Uh, we started this about uh, almost a year back with the idea of trying to see if we can help the entrepreneurs and sit community members become more visible. That was the basic idea which I had when I started Sit Chat. So this has been going on for almost a year now. Every Thursday at 8:30 Indian Standard Time. This is a Zoom ID. Those who want to join can use this and then log in the next time. And we
Okay,
talk
sir.
about various topics, startup stories, startup challenges, people, process, purpose, money. It could be any topic of that kind. And normally we have experts who are sharing their wisdom. However, I want to share our disclaimer, which basically talks about us being noble in whatever we are trying to share. In case you want to use any ideas, any insights which you may get from here, please do consult your professional trusted advisors before you really implement anything. With that brief introduction, let me introduce today's topic, which is uh, introduction to De- Demiurgic Hospitality, a Gurugram Cloud Kitchen. This is some interesting initiative of Gautam, who has been a seasoned chef for a long time. I'm sure, will introduce himself as we move along. And before I hand over, a very quick introduction about myself. My name is Dinakar. I'm a volunteer in Sit Chat, trying to organize the Sit Chat per se. And at the same time, I also am a mentor. I help companies improve their performance. And before that, I was working in Bosch for 26 years. Thanks a lot. And over to you, Gautam. Please take over. And I'll basically, you can share your screen if you want, or you can talk without sharing the screen. And as people join, we'll let them join. And then after your initial presentation, we can have a short discussion. And we'll try to close in about half an hour, like what you desired. Please go on.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you so much. First of all, the entire team of SIT, Mr. Krishna, Mr. Kekani, Mr. Modgul. I
You
think,
can call me Dinakar. Krishna is very formal. I feel very old. And the same with Ajit also, I think. You will also feel
okay,
old.
sure. So
Yeah.
it is absolute pleasure being here on this group. I have been a part of this group for quite some time now. I know Mr. Kabre for pretty long time. He introduced me, though my hard luck that I probably could not utilize this group till date very well. But I assure you that I'll be very, very active. And Ajit, I'm very impressed with what you do. And I'm so looking forward to connecting. There are a couple of things which probably I need your inputs in, and we'll talk about that a little while later. But in the meanwhile, I will just share my screen. I will be doing two different presentations, and between those presentations, I will be to start with. Okay, so this is what the idea of demiurgic hospitality took birth in 2001. Demiurgic is a Greek word which basically means creativity, and it's a god of creativity. So in Hindu mythology, we say Brahma is the god of creation. Similarly, there is a god of creativity in Greek, which is demiurgic. So demiurgic is, as the word suggests, it's a demigod, demiurgic. uh, and that's where the name came in from. And particularly talking about the culinary world or the food and beverage world, there's a lot of creativity which we have to do without which we cannot survive. That is where that entire science goes ahead with. So moving ahead, what we do, the promoters, this is me, Chef Gautam Chaudhary. I'm a chef, a trained chef, been in the industry for last 27 odd years. Um, had been part of Hyatt Hotels, had been a part of Oberoi Hotels in the leadership roles. I was heading Hyatt Southern India, managing 5 of their properties. When Hyatt brand was introduced in India, I was at that stage, I was heading 5 properties, and I was the one responsible for inculcating the processes and SOPs of Hyatt brand in India. So that's where I was spending time with Hyatt. 2015, I started my entrepreneurial journey. But moving ahead with the presentation, I'm a Silver Hat awardee by Indian Culinary Forum, which is one of the prestigious awards. I'm not sure if anyone has heard about Michelin stars. I'm
Yes.
Yeah,
a,
very much. Yeah.
so I'm a Michelin recommended chef. In 2000 and probably one of the youngest chefs to be recommended for Michelin at the age of 28. Um, I had been a selection judge for MasterChef India season 6. I have represented India in the prestigious Milan Summer Festival for the culinary segment. I'm a founding member of India Food Tourism Organization. India Food Tourism Organization is an organization which is basically a consulting body for Ministry of Tourism for any and every food tourism aspects. I'm a VAX certified judge. VAX is an association. It's a global association of chef societies. It's a world association of chef societies. Uh, Hotelier India has awarded me as one of the top 10 chefs of the country. Just to build up the memento, I think this is about me. Moving forward, the vision for Demiurgic Hospitality Private Limited, we want to be the maestros in the food segment. We want to be available pan India. We wish to be in next 5 years. We wish to be presenting different brands of our organization and to have base kitchens in key cities of across the country. So we want to be in every segment of food and beverage, starting from restaurants to cloud kitchens uh, to catering company to consultancy to FMCG products. This is the broad vision for the organization. The brands that we have settled till date and we operate. Silver Spoon is a modern Indian cuisine restaurant in Tejpur in Assam. Desi's is a cloud kitchen based out of Gurgaon. Bites is a cloud kitchen based out of Gurgaon. Bites as well has 3 outlets that they operate. 38 Barracks is a restaurant in Connaught Place. Matches is a restaurant which operates from 2 locations in Gurgaon and Delhi. Catering Inc. is a catering company. It's a luxury catering brand, which is, as of now, primarily our bread and butter. Vedic Pearls is a spice blending company. Um, Something like probably you can relate it with MDH, though is much, much bigger. But Vedic Pearls is an aspirant building towards MDH. World in a Box is another cloud kitchen, and Giant Foods is again a catering company based out of Dubai. So we have partners in this company in Giant Foods, and it is operated out of Dubai. We have a 15,000 square feet of a kitchen space in Dubai in DIP One, Dubai Investment Park One, where we operate the entire Middle Eastern market from. Our approach, how we move forward. Uh, we we are an organization which is primarily regional. We try to utilize global, or rather taking global inspirations, but utilizing the regional food, utilizing local. Local is something which we very much focus upon in terms of our food, in terms of our menus, whatever menus that we do, whether it is in our restaurants, whether it is in our focus is to do reduce carbon footprints, be very, very wallet friendly, go absolutely local, get local farmers on our scale, on our portfolio and utilize them. We work on vision to solutions. So we visualize something, though there are a lot of companies who talk about it, but we really focus and we really intend and try our level best to um, think of the vision and then work towards the solutions rather than whatever is available and move in that direction. We try to avoid doing that as a company. That is one strong initiative that we have taken. There are we always speak about out of the box solutions. We do inbox engineering. We understand that what the canvas is, what is the canvas that we have, and then we decide, okay, what colors to fill it in. It's a very complex statement, but I'm sure uh, in the slides to come, I'll be able to explain it better. Moving forward, okay. So the trends that are running today, and we absolutely focus on it, ethnic, as I spoke about, that we work on the local flavors. If today someone says that we want a Rajasthani menu, then probably our question, the first question that comes to them is that whether you want a Marwari food or Malwani food or Shekhawat food. So every segment, you talk about Kerala, there are 4 different cuisines. In fact, much more. If you go deeper, there are much more different segments. You go to Tamil Nadu, there are so many different cuisines. Tamil Nadu is not just one cuisine. Tamil Nadu has so many different flavors, so many different aromas. You go to any area, there's so much of depth that is there, and we try to explore that depth. Uh, there are a lot of foods which are in fashion. We do suffice them. We do not promote them, but we do suffice them. So, for example, vegan, GMO in India, gluten, vegan, they are not allergies anymore. They are more of fashion. They are more of statement which goes. Oh, my favorite cricket star has moved vegan, and so I should as well try and make an effect, make an impact to get into that. I think it is more of a style statement. It's more of a fashion. We generally try to educate people against it because it's human body, our anatomy uh, describes our body in a very, very different fashion. Veganism do not work for us. Gluten-free, gluten allergies, we do not have gluten allergies. There are not many gluten allergies in our country, but it's more of a lifestyle, and we try to educate people to go against it. Um, there is we cater to from the youth, which is Insta or a social media friendly population, to a much matured population. And in terms of our menus, we are able to segregate them. We are able to bifurcate different segments. Though our food is very, very Instagram friendly, which will share the pictures moving ahead. But simultaneously, we try to get matured and bold flavors in our food. Farmer friendly, as I've already spoken about. This is what we do. So, talking about the top segment, you see a few pass around trays that we have created in the past and served in our parties. The extreme right, the the chef in me is in action. Uh, TCI is the catering brand that we operate in from Delhi NCR. In fact, we have on 10th of January we have launched our second city operation in India, which is Raipur. And the brand over there, my apologies, I could not introduce that, but my the brand over there, it is called Airia, AIRIA. So this is what we do in terms of food. In terms of the kind of client profile that we cater to, from Make My Trip to Pataudi Palace to a few very, very senior leaders in the current government that we cater to. The one picture right in the center in the top row is BMW showroom launch in Narayana. This is what more than the words, our, our identity is our work, which जो हम we try to market that हमारा काम हमारी पहचान. And moving ahead, talking about some hygiene, I'll just run you through a presentation that our kitchen is. Every stacking, every equipment is absolutely stainless steel, absolutely stain free. This is how any and every kitchen team member who comes in, you see the food hygiene rating, it is 5. So probably it is less than 5% of the food and beverage establishments across the country which operate with a 5-star rating. We take pride in saying that we are one of them. Okay, so this is our catering setup. Each and every team member is as well when on the client side.
Mhm.
They are sanitized before they come into action, before they start to work. Okay, so this is about Demiurgic hospitality. There's another presentation which I'll quickly run through before I bore you guys a lot. Okay, so this is the catering Inc. You will be able to see a lot of presentations which will give you an understanding or an insight how we do our setups. So this is just a fruit bar. This is what we do with our food. There is a fish carving at the base, macaroons, some mojitos, a barbecue station on the right. I've already done enough of jargon about myself, but we have been rated as 5-star by Equinox Labs. Equinox Labs is one of the very very senior hygiene rating system across the globe. We do any and every kind of events, from wedding caterings to live stations, cocktail caterings, corporate events, social gatherings, theme parties. A few more images how we do our setup. The martini glasses that you see right in the center, that is nothing else but palak patta chaat, for example. Uh, the sushi and dim sum you can identify. The delicate canapes, they're small miniature cold foods, cold snacks on pass around. Fruit pizzas is one of the specialities that we do. We do on the left hand side top picture that you see, the top left picture, that is mashtini. Mashtini is an edible martini concept. It's a mashed potato with some savory crisp. And this is a concept which has been introduced to Indian market by none other than the catering egg.
Mhm.
On the bottom right picture that you see, that is churrasco barbecue. So churrascos again has been introduced by the catering egg. Fruit pizzas have been introduced by the catering egg. This is how we serve our charts. So the samosa chart on the top image, the center bottom picture is bhalla papdi chart, the aloo tikki on the right. We play a lot with textures. So if there is something which is soft and tender, it has to accompany with another crisp element. Our dessert stations. These are a few corporate clients that we cater to on a regular basis. PepsiCo, we are the consultants to PepsiCo. We take care of their food division. So PepsiCo is a beverage company, yes, but they as well have a food division. They have Frito-Lays is a part of that. Doritos is a part of that. Quaker Oats is a part of that. So we develop recipes for their clients, for their prospective clients, and do a pitch for them, for to their clients. These are a few of our very regular social events clients.
Mhm. Big names.
Touchwood, God has been kind. I think we are blessed to have such names in a very, very short span. We are a 8.5-year-old company.
Yeah.
So
Very exciting, Gautam. Really outstanding. I
thank you so
really
much. Thank you so much.
see. I have one question before we can get the others to start discussing. See, if you look at it,
Ji.
your entire what should I say uh, offering seems to be more a kind of an art, which needs definitely people who are equally competent for you to scale up. If you look at the other way of the fast food, where everything is standardized, everything is pre-cooked or whatever, the scaling up becomes easy. So how would you like to scale up? What are your thoughts on that? If you spoke about wanting to do in Bangalore, in Pune, in various other cities, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay. So my idea is to take up banqueting venues, build up the team with every, for example, the way we have opened our Raipur unit as of now.
Uh-huh.
In Raipur unit, we have placed two of our senior leadership role people
Okay.
in Raipur.
Okay.
And initial till the time it is required. For example, if it is required for next 20 events, I will be there personally, or one of another senior leadership.
Yeah. Please go on.
G. So one of the senior leadership people, they travel to the venue, and each and every event has been taken absolutely with kids' gloves
Mhm.
by either me or one of the senior leadership from our team.
Mhm.
And that is how we plan to grow. Uh, Dubai has been a success story till date. Uh, we require in different cities, we require different partners.
Mhm.
We require a partner who has the potential, who has the capability to do the revenues, to do the sales.
Mhm.
We can handle the backend.
Mhm.
We can't handle both of them. No, we can't.
No,
So we
but back end
certainly,
also, there must be a lot of culture building and training and all that has to go in, right? Because, or will they totally do whatever you're doing suited to that local requirements? How does
oh,
that work?
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. So there's a lot of culture building which is required. That's the reason why we move our leadership to that place. So for example, when we say that we are opening a Hyatt Hotel has very, very strict guidelines.
Correct.
So their leadership comes in with every hotel opening. Their leadership stays in that property for a couple of months till the time the systems are there at place, and they are being closely monitored. So similarly, hotel is a 365 day. Sorry.
Yeah, please
So
go on. Yeah.
sure. So a hotel is a 365-day operation, whereas a catering is a 60 to 100-day operation in an
Okay.
entire year. So whenever there is an important event that's happening, in those events, 100% are when even beyond the initial 2 months, even beyond the initial 2 months. So the leadership travels, and they make sure that everything is spick and span. But the thought is that we set up the systems, we set up the place, we take up the place, and the sales is done by the partner, and we take care of the backend. We make sure that operation wise there is no it's a seamless experience that the guest gets.
Okay. Okay. Yes, because there's one question which is interesting regarding the Rameshwaram Cafe, where there is a lot of hype. I don't know whether you've been reading that. There is one
No, I missed it. Gee.
new startup in Bangalore where they basically serve fast food similar to any South Indian fast food,
Uh-huh.
idli dosa,
Mhm.
then they've got vada and the main South Indian dishes, pongal and things like that. But
Sure.
then they're priced a little higher,
Mhm.
and they say that they're more hygienic than the others,
Mhm.
and they say they cook only in ghee, and
Okay.
this really caught on, and there is a huge craze, and this couple, they want to now create Rameshwaram cafes throughout the world. There must be about
Interesting.
4 to 5 such branches in Bangalore.
Okay.
I don't know.
Already launched in Dubai and Hyderabad also.
Already launched, is it? Okay. So how does that compare to what you are doing? You know, that's fast food. It's a different market segment altogether, is it? Or
So it's a franchise segment. It's a franchise segment. Uh, we focus on two things. One is catering, second is consultancy.
okay,
So which we want to grow across the world. So consultancies, for example, I've just opened as a consultant, I've opened a five-star super deluxe property for Aparna Constructions in Hyderabad.
okay,
Aparna Constructions is a big name
okay.
in Hyderabad. And I've just done a property. It's a beautiful 6.5 acre property with five beautiful restaurants and a banqueting which is for 2,500 odd people. So it is a big hotel. Uh, and we've just set it up. We've just closed the setup,
Mhm.
and it's running beautifully. We have our team there, which is taking care of the operations, whether it is from the general manager or the kitchen head or the service head. We provide that team.
Mhm. That means, see, if you look at any startup, and as a startup concept, the idea is to be able to deliver 10x value to the stakeholders. When you
Absolutely.
said 10x value, so in the 10x value, it can come because of a huge profit margin, because of something which is very, very unique. You know, you are the only one
Mhm.
doing it. Something like what Intel does or what Apple does, where the profits are really exorbitantly high, or you are in a position to scale up to such a level that you have got a huge amount of turnover, which also would give you
Sure.
that return. So therefore, the markets would get appreciated very quickly. Now,
Mhm.
in your case, how would that return come? The 10x return.
So I'll come to 10x point later, but the point that I was trying to explain about Hyderabad, for example, they're already in talks with me for the second hotel to be done in Hyderabad itself. So in terms of growth, in terms of a prospective market, I think we build up concepts which are scalable in nature. We build up concepts. For example, one of the restaurants that we have done is called Miraz, which is a concept of princely states of India, which no other there's no other such restaurant in the entire country. There are four concepts which are across country. There are four concepts which are already running on the name of princely states. But if you go into the details of the menu, they are very very classical Rogan Josh and Hyderabadi biryani kind of a menu. They do not have princely states of the country. No, the menus have got nothing to do with the princely states of. If you look at Mira's menu, they are well researched and well oriented menu, which can be grown very easily, which can be scaled very easily, and that is what we are doing in terms of. We've got a second request, as I said. We took 2 years to launch this hotel, and we are already in talking terms with them to do the second restaurant, to the second hotel. So
And
this is
your contribution is mainly in the restaurant or the entire hospitality, entire hotel?
entire food and beverage.
Only
Food and
F&B. Okay,
beverage.
only
Only
F&B.
F&B. Only
Only
F&B.
F&B. Okay.
So we only deal with food and beverage.
Now,
So
if you
there
look
are.
at Hyatt, for example,
Mhm.
they would have a separate consultant only for F&B, or would it be, how does it
So
work with Hyatt or with some other company?
so Hyatt or Marriott or Starwood, these companies, they do not hire consultants. They have a corporate
Their own
team.
internal team.
They are internal team. So any organization who would look for consultants for a hotel would be that they want to run their hotel by their name, not under a franchise of
Understood.
a known brand.
Understood.
If
Understood.
you, Dinkar, for example, if you want to open a hotel tomorrow and you have the money but you do not have the expertise, that is where we play the role.
Understood. Understood. Got it. Yeah, Sagar, you had a question or a comment? Please go on.
Yeah, I've got one first question.
Mhm.
Look, 2020, I was in the space of catering, not like
Okay,
you,
sure.
but this typical event catering, okay,
Mhm.
and vegetarian only catering.
Okay,
Now, when I say 2020, we all know what happened to the world. I had
of
to
course.
come out of the business. Now,
Mhm.
while I was handling the business, my biggest challenge was manpower in this sector. Okay, one is this is a service industry. The second one is They are never loyal. I mean, when you are having an event catering, right? Now, the number of manpower required, you cannot have them on roll. So their loyalty is not there with you. Now, how do you look at this as a challenge? That's my first question. And how are you addressing it? Second one is coming to the name. I mean, why Greek? What made you choose a Greek? Just my question. Curious to know about that.
Um, I don't know. Probably second question, Sagar, I'll not be able to answer. I think probably we went through a lot of names and she shortlisted a lot of names. In all honesty, we shortlisted a lot of names, and one which clicked the best was Demiurgic, which we liked at that particular moment. So there's no reason per se that why did we go for Greek. In all honesty, your first question. I think, Sagar, I take pride in saying that as of now, my entire team has been there with me for last 8+ years. So today, any of the teams, they do not work for the systems. They do not work. Yes, of course, money is one motivator, but they work for their managers. And if you take care of the team well, I was taken care well by Hyatt Hotels. I spent 5 years with them, and understand that in today's world, 5 years is a long time. In today's era, 5 years is a long time with an organization. I spent around 6+ years with Oberoi. They took care of me. Today, I get profiles. I agree with you that I get profiles on daily basis, which people have moved 3 jobs in a year. Yeah, that is one concern, but that is where your systems, your processes, your team handling comes into play. Yes, Sagar, please. You have another
Now,
question?
just to continue with the same events topic. Now, you said that you do corporate and events like wedding and all those. Now, corporate clients are not that tough to handle because this catering or food is so subjective. But when it comes to events, it is so subjective. Like एक को मनाओ, दूसरे को नहीं मना सकते, and there are so much of tantrums. Just want to get little tips from you. How do you guys manage, and especially the kind of sector that you are in, the high profile society, right? So it is very judgmental, but let me tell you, वहां पे तो tantrums बहुत सी ज्यादा होते हैं. How do you manage? I want to get a little tip so that I can pass it on to my partner. I mean, I exited that business. My partner continues to stay in that business.
Sure, sure. Sagar, absolutely well said. Absolutely right thing. I think both. It's not just corporate, but corporate has different tantrums, and social guests have different tantrums. The kind of profile that we cater to, all of them comes with a pre-added notion tantrum. You can't avoid it. But I think hospitality teaches you that. I think to be soft, to be subtle, to be accommodative, to be a yes man, put yourself in the customer's shoes. I know that these are only words, but this is the only way. When you're meeting, when you're speaking to a client, there's a famous song Hindi ka which goes up दिन को अगर रात कहो तो रात कहेंगे. So I think that is where you play an important role, and uh, you become a yes man, absolutely, but simultaneously not taking the blame on yourself, but drifting it through.
जो तुम कहोगे वही बात करना.
Yeah. Any Ajit, you have any question?
Simple.
Any comment?
Not really. I really enjoyed few very stimulating inbox engineering, I mean, and vision to solution. Today, somebody has the money and somebody is ready to give vision to solution. What a wonderful.
I think you got stuck there.
Thing it
Mark.
is.
I think I lost you.
And you have something there also, we can do go from.
I think that
Now, Demiurgic, I will start in these two names. I will put my own creativity.
Yeah, super. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I think since Gautam is with some friend on a dinner date, so let us not hold him. Amarji, would you like to conclude our sit chat? We do it little shorter today. Amarji, thanks a lot for participating from Jaipur. He is in a marriage in Jaipur
I
and such a
have,
huge commitment. बहुत बढ़िया है. You can conclude, sir. Please go on.
I have a question if I'm allowed to
Yeah,
before
please then,
Amarji
Sagar, you can ask
Please.
the question, then we'll ask Amar to conclude.
Huh.
Please, Sagar, go on.
So, see, of late, there is a lot of this sector in F&B sectors, ghar ka khana and the home cook sectors. Because you mentioned that you are a cloud kitchen, is there any idea or what is that you would want to say? How do we exploit this availability of resource in something called as the home cooks? And I'll give you my example. I used to order my lunch not from the regular cloud kitchen, but I would search for somebody who would send me food home cooked. I mean, literally home cooked food. So, how do you see sector and how do you want to give a tip to exploit that and technology, of course, playing its role? What is your opinion on that?
Sagar, please don't take me wrong, but I think it's a fad. People do not want to eat salads. People do not want to eat torai ki sabji. People do not want to eat karelas. This is a fad. People talk about it. They will have it once in a month, but they will say, "I enjoy having torai ki sabji." Today, even home chefs are using, for example, when we define from a chef's perspective, there are three different worlds. So one is absolute home cooking, which is very, very docile, very low on heavy fats, which is very low, which is very much healthier, cooked in a more stir-fried format, a very, very different form of cooking. Then comes the medium segment of cooking, which is restaurants. Then comes hotels, which is the third segment of cooking, which is much more complex. So there are three different segments of the culinary, and all three segments are handled in a very, very different aspects. But today, you look at any home chef, they try to use each and every technique, each and every process which is being used in hotels. So the domestic cooking or the home cooking is no more home cooking today. आज वही दम का मशरूम और वो Awadhi chicken kormas and kaloti kebabs are being done by home chefs. There's no difference today between a home cooking and the food that you get from home chefs today and the food that you get from hotels.
Okay, okay, okay.
I
Yeah,
hope I
thank
was
you.
able to answer your question.
Yeah, I got a fair idea. I mean, the question itself becomes invalid because the understanding of home cooking is wrong from my side, and where
So,
the industrialization has taken over even at the home cooking level.
Yeah, and
further
again,
adding
Sagar,
on.
one needs to possibly also consider that for branding today, people are going to any kind of a level, right? He can be talking about home cooking, but he could be doing in a different, his cuisine itself could be different. Only for the namesake, branding sake, they could be
Hmm.
using those names. And I'm sure none of us would have eaten that home cooked food for years to say that it is really bad. You would have
But
possibly eaten
where
a
my
couple of
question
times.
comes from, Dinakar, where my question comes from is at office we actually order from home cooked. That lady actually cooks at home and she delivers. So I was just looking, is there a scalable option for such people?
I don't know. See, if you ask me, I worked in Myco. Okay, Myco was known for food
Some
in
food.
Bangalore. Myco is Bosch in India. It's called as Bosch today. Earlier, it was called as Myco. In Myco, we used to cook for 10,000 people every day. Okay, I
Yeah,
ate that food for 30 to 26 odd years, and none of us have a problem.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's awesome.
it's a kind of a, I would say, some kind of a misnomer to say that if you are cooking for a mass volume, then the food quality would be bad, or the food what you eat may not be that good. Now, when you say that I cook in the home, then it will be better. That's
Hmm,
sometimes
hmm.
may not be. It could be also used for branding, for publicity, for marketing. Everybody wants to get their space. Now, somehow you try to do that. Yeah. Now we will just hand over to Amarji because he also, I think, must be busy, and Gautam also is waiting to get back to the dinner table. Yeah, Amarji, over to you, please.
Very
Thanks a lot.
Very, not only a wonderful, you have shared about the different working. The complexity of these days that every person is difficult. Get to grasp the difficult this word. I think so. Dynamics have changed. As I said, home food is not that easy to say. Yes, it's available everywhere. Consistency is the key to success, I think. I think so. Look for more connectivity with you, and I think so. I should learn more from you. And a pleasure listening to you. Friends, I joined it late. I've been in Rajasthan, so let me make it up.
Thank you so much.
I'm also passionate on cooking, but I should learn more from on the episode. Thank you so much for joining us this and we'll have wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Amarji. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Gautam, before
Amarji.
we leave,
Please.
big question to you. What do you expect from SIT? What is your, what do you expect from the SIT community?
So catering is one segment which probably the SIT community will not be able to help me with. But I would really appreciate if there is any sort of restaurant consultancy or a hotel consultancy assignments that I can pitch in for. Anyone who is looking for to set up a restaurant or a hotel in your city, in your area, he needs some guidance, he needs some advice, whether it is in terms of restricted to only food aspect, to management, to SOPs, to processes, wherever, I'll be more than glad to assist.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very interesting pitch. We need to possibly consider that too. I'll write that in the video when I share that also. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. And then look forward to seeing you all next week. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you
Goodbye.
so much. Take care. Take care. Goodbye.
One screenshot you need to take. Screenshot.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.